sugar daddy thing again. So my cousin called me yesterday, right? And my cousin got a sugar daddy, a little old, old school partner, right? But his name is Mr. Jerome. So she been, going out with Mr. Jerome. Mr. Jerome been whining and down to her. And me and my other cousin been telling her, like, all right, good, I'm telling you, Mr. Jerome gonna want something for all that. And she like, no, you know what I'm saying? He don't even be trying to push up on me. So what she thought was she had him one of them old schools, right? But no, So she get in group chat, and then she called us on FaceTime, me and my cousin, and she fucking hysterical because Mr. Jerome invited her over for dinner last night to his house, talking about he gonna cook for her. So she like, oh, he gonna cook for me. This real cute. Child, what? You know what Mr. Jerome had on the fucking menu? Dick. Okay? She said she went over there, child, and Mr. Jerome was butt naked with an apron and socks, with the whole little wine and rose petals and shit. And she said she lost her motherfucking mind. She could not deal. OMG. Like, look, Mr. Jerome, hold on. Like, slow your roll. Like, what's going on? And basically, he hit her with the, like, yay. Like, I've been doing all this, and like, what you thought this was? I've been paying your bills and taking care of you and whining and down here. Like, it's time to run me. And my cousin was ill prepared. Okay? Because how Mr. Jerome look up here in the face when he take them clothes off. It did not match. It did not correlate. And my cousin was like, I cannot. My cousin was like, look, I'll write you a check right now for all the money you done gave me. But this I cannot do. Bitch, when I say me and my cousin fucking hollered, I fucking fell the fuck out. I'm telling y'all better leave that sugar daddy shit alone, child. No, it's not it. That's not what it's at. So my cousin like, look, Mr. Jerome, hold on. Like, slow your roll. Like, what's going on? And basically, he hit her with the, like, yay. Like, I've been doing all this, and like, what you thought this was? I've been paying your bills and taking care of you and whining and down here. Like, it's time to run me. Part 3 of my cousin and her sugar daddy woes, right? So everybody want to know, no, Mr. Jerome did not hit. My cousin just had my other cousin call and say that there was a family emergency, and then she put it on speakerphone so that Mr. Jerome could hear. I wish I could, like, take the messages, like the ones that my cousin screenshotted between her and Mr. Jerome that she put in group chat and posted, but, like, that's just too personal. That's getting too far into Mr. Jerome business. But when I say Mr. Jerome is upset and him's got an attitude, do you hear me? And my cousin do know that I'm telling this story on here. She said it was okay because I showed her my videos. I had already asked her if I could tell the story before I had posted it. But in one of the messages, Mr. Jerome say, do you know how long it took me to get my dick that hard? Oh my God! And he was mad because she wasted his good food. Because he had cooked and did nobody eat, or she didn't eat. Child, let me tell you. So, and she like cousins talking to me and our other cousin. She was like, I really just did not think Mr. Jerome was like that. So me and Misha like what? Bitch, like, who is paying all your bills and doing all this for you, and he gonna want that coon peppy? Like, what you mean you didn't think he was like that? She was like, no, because like he had never pressed up on me before, and she was like, I'm just so traumatized. Like, my cousin is about, let me tell y'all, this shit is just ridiculous. And then she like, and then I watched your videos on TikTok, and I'm just like, oh my God, that is my real life. That is really how it happened. Like, oh my God. She was like, I am so embarrassed. I said, now you knew that Mr. Jerome was gonna want some of that good stuff. Stop playing. Good. I'm too dead. So listen. This is what's really finna kill y'all. So my auntie, the same auntie that Kamisha called and said was sick, right? Her and Mr. Jerome stay in the same subdivision. Now, in the subdivision they stay at, there's an HEB bar that everybody goes to. It's a well-known HEB on FM 78. Mr. Jerome and my auntie run into each other today at the HEB. Now, everybody know Mr. Jerome because my cousin been dealing with him for a few months, and we all know that that's her sugar daddy, but I guess he thought that they was in a full-fledged relationship. I don't know. They run into each other at HEB. Mr. Jerome asked my auntie, like, how you doing? I heard about what happened. And my auntie like, what you talking about? Ain't nothing wrong with me. And spilled the motherfucking beans. So now Mr. Jerome is on my cousin line, like, he want all his money back. He want all his motherfucking gifts back. He know that she left because she just did not want to have sex with him. And I'm talking about, he talking crazy. Like, for Mr. Jerome to be a senior citizen, he is really with the smoke, my guy. I really wish I could post these screenshots, because if y'all seen this shit, I'm telling y'all, We mad at our auntie because we like, you already knew that who Mr. Jerome was. Why would you just spill the beans like that? She like, child, I wasn't thinking. He caught me at the wrong time. I was up in there trying to make my groceries. Child, that's not the point. You just spilled the fucking beans. My cousin met Mr. Jerome through our auntie, okay? Because they live in the same subdivision and they had some type of like homeowners association type of thing, and my auntie wanted us to come out there because she didn't want to be with all them fucking people by herself, so she told us to come out to the little pavilion thing in her neighborhood, and that's how my cousin met Mr. Jerome. Now you knew, Tita, what the tea was, and you still spill all the beans. I'm talking about told it out like, well, I ain't seen one around me, or somebody lying to you. Yes, bitch, we lied. And why would you tell him that? Now he talking about taking my cousin to court. Child, it's just it's too much. It's too much. It's too much. Something. And the Mr. Jeromes of the world, the pickings is slim. Okay, like, I just don't know. I don't know. Like I understand the concept of like sugar daddies, but I just don't understand why anybody would want to do that. Because what I'm not finna do is let somebody slide they wrinkly huevos down my fucking nothing. Okay? You're not gonna put your Crypt Keeper sandwich clampers between Derek Jackson and the Mr. Jeromes of the world. The pickings is slim. Okay, like, I just don't know. I don't know. Like I understand the concept of like sugar daddies, but I just don't understand why anybody would want to do that. Because what I'm not finna do is let somebody slide they wrinkly huevos down my fucking nothing. Okay? You're not gonna put your Crypt Keeper sandwich clampers on me. I just, at this point, just at this point, that's all I don't know nothing else. Just at this point. So listen. And now Mr. Jerome on my auntie line now. On my auntie. So I'm not saying my cousin who got the sugar daddy, right? I'm not gonna say her name, but her, because this is really embarrassing, but her mom, okay, Mrs. Jerome called her mama and tell my auntie basically like, your daughter ain't shit. I'm talking about left the most disgusting voicemail with like, your daughter ain't shit. She just been out here just using me and just thought, you know what I'm saying? I'm talking about, talked about my cousin like she a dog. A motherfucking dog. And then tried to even come for my cousin wig. Some of them goddamn wigs I paid all them hundreds of dollars for, and they wasn't even looking good on her raggedy, no good ass us. Mr. Jerome, you a deacon at the church. What are you doing? Why are you talking like this, Mr. Jerome? At this point, bitch, I am full-fledged dead. And listen, that's what we said. Because we was like, Mr. Jerome, what is you going to take her to court for? And then what are you going to tell the judge? Hey, judge, by the way, you know what I'm saying? I be out here with a pocket full of change, peppermints, and Viagra looking for some young things so that I could pay them to sleep with me. Like, what are you going to say, Mr. Jerome? Like, why you threatening to take my cousin to court? Like, what is you going to say? Because everything that you did of your own free will, okay? Because you thought you was going to get some of that cool pepper chai, and my cousin was and ain't and did it. And so I just feel like, you know, you should have, I don't know what you should have did, Mr. Jerome, but you just got to take that L. He got to take that L. Like, period. Like, the fuck? You threatening to take my cousin to court behind some cool pepper? Listen, that
that's about it. Yeah.
First of all, don't ever call me sweetheart. It's first of all, Moses.